Hi, so you want to take your fat burning to the next level and you're curious, are there really any foods that you can eat that actually do help you burn fat? And the answer to that question is yes. There are some foods that can actually turn your body into a fat burning machine. So today, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about 7 fat burning herbs and spices. And these are herbs and spices that you can add to your already healthy diet, and they will basically just kick that diet up a notch, and it's going to increase your fat burning potential, or each one will increase your fat burning potential. And then at the end of this video, so stay with me, I'm going to tell you about 3 foods that actually slow down your fat burning. And you might be really surprised as to what those are. So let's just get started. So, fat burning can feel really like an uphill battle, right? And luckily, nature has given us some excellent power packed herbs and spices that work with your body and to help you, they work with your body to help you really reach your fat burning goals, okay? So, the first one that's on the list is ephedra, okay? Ephedra is also known as mahawang, okay? And this is kind of the outlaw herb because it's actually gotten a really bad rap. And this is mainly because the supplement industry really took the properties of this medication. Well, see, I said medication because some actually it could be medication, but I should actually say of this herb right here. They took the properties of this herb and they increased the amount of it to levels that were actually harmful in the body, and they put those into the supplements, and then people were having heart attacks and having some psychological issues, like anxiety and depression and stuff like that. So it has been banned inside of supplements in the United States. Hopefully, then the ephedra will come back, because I think that if there's just some regulations on it, we don't have to completely, wipe it off the planet as an, um, you know, diet supplement, because it does have value. It's just that we can't, ramp up and put too much of it in each one of the supplements, or else you're going to have some problems. But I think that in controlled amounts, and it could be still used. However, there are those outliers, the people who decide to abuse of medication or abuse an herbal supplement, rather, and then they could again put us back to square one. But with that being said, how can you still use ephedra these days? Okay, so what you could do, there is still some ephedra that's actually available on the internet, but it's in the form of a tea. So if you wanted, and I heard it tastes bad, but sometimes if you're really wanting to kick up your your diet regimen and really burn some fat, you may not really care too much about the flavor of something. I mean, I do care to some extent, but I always find ways to take something that doesn't taste good and make it taste good. And if anyone who's ever tried my Egyptian smoothies, they know that I can put some pretty wild herbs and spices in there and still make it taste really great. So if you guys remember to check that out, you can always find a smoothie. I have a way of making this taste really good. I don't have it in my smoothie program, but if anybody wants to reach out to me and send me a message, then I'll be glad to tell you how to make this a little bit more easy, if this is the route that you want to take. Now, so there's also this next one that we probably all have heard of too, which is the guarana. So now guarana is a climbing plant native to the Amazon, which seeds contains 4 times the amount of caffeine than a traditional coffee bean. So it has a stimulant effect that increases the metabolism. So even just adding a teaspoon of guarana powder to a smoothie can really make a drink that gives you some pick up and go, and that burns like a few extra fat cells every single day. A lot of the stuff that these herbs and spices, I get them from nuts.com, because they just have a wide array. Like some of the things they have on there you would just not expect, because you would think it's rare to find guarana in its natural form, but they actually do have it. So I'm always talking about them. I don't have any affiliation to them, but I wish I did, because it would probably help me make some moolah or something, but I don't. But if you hear me, nuts.com, hey, check me out, find me. All right. Okay, secondly, well, actually, thirdly, that's not a word, but whatever. Turmeric is a warming spice, okay? And that increases the body heat and can also increase your metabolism, and it detoxes your fat cells. So a lot of my Egyptian smoothies actually have turmeric in them. There's a array of studies out there that say that turmeric actually does work for fat burning, and it has a whole bunch of other really good healthy effects in your body, and detox, which I'm a firm believer in. It's wonderful. This will actually help you just flush the fat and the toxins like right out of your body. Okay, turmeric. Okay, remember that one. Now there's also number 4, which is cinnamon, which is possibly the best tasting fat burner out there. Okay, so when you have some hunger cravings and you really want something sweet, and it's not the sweetest guy in the barrel, apple in the barrel, but it's definitely still sweet enough to give you a little bit of uh, satisfaction if you're really having that sweet craving. So you could actually put this on like some oatmeal. You can sprinkle it into a smoothie, or on top of a smoothie, or even on top of like your coffee, if you want to put a little bit of cinnamon on there, or in some apple juice. Or I don't recommend you drink a lot of apple juice, but if you're just drinking a little, you can put some cinnamon on it. But you get the idea. There's a lot of good ways to introduce cinnamon into your diet. Okay, and again, this is going to control hunger cravings, and it's going to be great because it's going to help you cut back on calories, and it's going to really satiate your appetite. All right, so now number 5 is the cayenne pepper. Now this spice is said to raise your body temperature and also boost your metabolism. I'm really struggling today. Okay, and you can use this to spice up your soups, your eggs, your nuts, your dips, like anything that you want. It can be used in all sorts of foods, and as a boosting fat burner that's going to really make a difference, cayenne pepper. Okay, and now here's another one that I didn't know too much about before I did some research on it, but it's called kola nut. Okay, and it's another metabolism booster. It actually helps with blood circulation and increases flow of oxygen and nutrients through the blood. And for this reason, the kola nut is said to help with digestion and also with mental focus. So that's a great one to try. I'm sure it tastes pretty good. I'm actually going to try and make a smoothie out of it very soon. Getting back into making some new recipes up, so I'm going to try that one out. And then now one of my favorites is dandelion, because I actually use dandelion myself for a lot of things. Not only is it used for fat metabolism, it is also a mild diuretic and a laxative, and it also is a digestive aid, and it could be used to combat like water retention and PMS. And the greens just make an excellent addition to any salad. They're bitter, but they can, be a little bit less bitter if you get them when they're, fresh, and sometimes there could be some like what I call early springs, and you can grab some of those. But even when it's this bitter, you can still just sprinkle some pieces of it into a salad and mix it into a spring mix, and it kind of cuts down on the bitterness. You can also have this as a tea, because that's really good as well. You can put that in there, and there's some specialty teas out there that are already made out of dandelion. Now I can't speak to like if they really have dandelion in them or if it's quality dandelion, but you could still give it a go, give it a try. There's also some dandelion supplements out there. Again, it's going to boost the metabolism, and it also has these other really wonderful benefits. So now I wanted to tell you about those 3 foods that really stunt your fat loss. I mean, stunt it, okay? One of them, and I kind of almost messed up too because I said apple juice, but orange juice and apple juice, of course, this is a big no-no because it's full of sugar and there's no fiber. Okay, now if you were to maybe take some apple and have, a full apple on its own and cut it and then put it into a smoothie, it would still at least have the fiber in it. But I'm talking about the kind that you buy from the grocery store, that the pulp free, that doesn't have any, uh, you know, fiber in it at all. And then there's also apple juice, it's all strained. So those, when you drink a big glass of that, or even, this much of a glass of that, you're really just adding empty calories into your body, and it's going to increase your insulin, and then it's also going to you know create a little sugar buzz, and then later probably you're just going to come down from that, and that's not very good because then it might start some cravings later on. So that's the reason why I say stay away from those. If you want to have some juice, just have a little bit, like a shot glass, kind of, like not any more than that. Okay. Now, the next is snack bars. Okay, well, they may seem like quick energy boosts that you need, but they're really high in sugar and, again, low in fiber. Okay, so some of these snack bars that are out there, they're just basically all, carbs and empty calories and no fiber. So now, if you were trying to decide between a piece of cake, and a snack bar, you may be able to get away with the snack bar over the piece of cake. I mean, obviously the cake's going to have a lot more, sugar in it, and even like eggs and all kinds of stuff that, I mean, eggs are not bad, but I mean, like, it's going to have usually oil in a cake too, so maybe you would do a snack bar over a piece of cake. But if you had to choose another snack over a snack bar, then I would say do something high in fiber, like a full piece of fruit, something like that, or even a vegetable that you like some sweet potato or something. Okay. All right, next is fat-free flavored yogurts. Now, I know that most of you are smart enough to, now to know that there are some bad yogurts out there, okay? Especially the ones that are flavored, because they do have a lot of sugar in them, and they also have some ingredients that aren't natural. So then you really don't even know the quality of the yogurt itself, like what kind of cow does it come from? What kind of milk does it come from? Like, is it organic? Is it not organic? So if you're going to have yogurt, you want to stick with plain yogurt that's Greek yogurt, and you can read all the ingredients, understand all the ingredients, and you can see that it's not packed with sugar. So then you can take your Greek yogurt, and guess what? You can add stuff to it, all right? You can add cinnamon, or this cola nut or something like that, or even the guarana powder, and then add some chia seeds to it, and then add some strawberries to it, add some stuff that you think you're really going to like, and then voila, you have something a lot better than you do with the fat-free flavored yogurts. Okay, because basically these are just like yogurts that have like all kinds of hormones in them. You don't know where the milk is coming from, again, like I said, and they can really stunt your fat. And they also, here's the last thing, cause acne on your skin because of the hormones that they're using to make the yogurt. So be really careful with your yogurt and what you choose, okay? All right, so that's it for me today in RXTV, and I hope you like this video. I know it was a little rushed, but I'm a working girl, so I got to pull it together, make it happen. I got to make it happen for me. I got to make it happen for you, okay? Thanks. Peace out.